They surprised us, moved us, made us laugh, and left us thinking, wow, I wish I wrote that. So sit comfortably, stay hydrated, and get ready to be transported into the magical world of poems and stories. As we gather to celebrate spoken word, it's important to understand its essence today. Spoken word is meant to be performed. It's all about the message and the magic, what you say and how you say it. It blends acting, storytelling, movement, and rhythm into one powerful art form. The audience plays a huge role. Your reactions, your energy, your support, all of it fuels the performers. So, audience, consider this your warm up call. Your energy matters just as much as our young performers. Here's what we have lined up for today. We'll kick things off with a short welcome note from GetLitt's founder and CEO, Richa Sethi, who will also introduce you to our wonderful panel of judges. Then the spotlight shifts to our young performers as they take the stage with their powerful pieces. And finally, we'll wrap up the GetLit Spoken Fest with our award ceremony. Do we have Miss Richa in?
Yes, I'm here.
Great. I would now like to call upon Ms. Richa Sethi, founder and CEO of GetLit, to address this wonderful audience. Over to you, Richa.
Thank you so much, Shashi. And a wonderful good morning to everyone.
Richa, you're on mute.
You're on mute.
Oh, okay. All right. Thanks, Shashi. And good morning, everyone. So delighted to be here because for us, every year, this is a very special moment because we get to meet all of you, the new upcoming youngest poets and storytellers from across the country. Now, every year we gather to cheer, to applaud, and to celebrate new voices. And hence, I thought that this year I could stretch my boundaries a little bit and take some risk. After all, this is a safe space that we've created for everyone present. So today I thought, let me have my welcome note in a free verse form. I hope it does justice to today's morning and you all enjoy it. So here it goes. Friends are for life, so I was told. Jumping in the puddle, getting extracted from a muddle, clearing a hurdle, or trying hard to unravel a riddle, good friends stay with you. Such are words fluttering right next to you for every new idea that you think up, chuckling in the head to for every new joke that you conjure up, giving you nuts and bolts for every new fantasy that you're cooking up, keeping you real for every new adventure that you're messing up. Where would we be without these trusted friends? Walking beside us, eating our head, keeping us tense, coaxing us, nudging us to jump over the fence. Today is an ode to these mighty friends. Words are for life, so I was told. And with that, my dear friends, stay loyal to your ideas and your words. Wishing each one of you an incredible time today. Now, joining us today are another set of special guests, Miss Devki Gajare and Miss Aparna Jaishankar, each one an expert in their chosen field. I would like to begin by welcoming Miss Devki Gajare as a first judge for the GetLit Spoken Poetry and Story Fest. With a bachelor's degree in electronics engineering, Devki has been a professional storyteller since 2012, sharing stories in English, Hindi, and Marathi at platforms like the Bangalore Literature Festival, Nehru Science Center, CSMVS Children's Museum, and Canoon International Storytelling Festival, Iran. Her stories have reached schools such as BIS, JB Petit, École Mondiale, and JBCM. Devki trains parents and teachers to nurture social emotional thinking and communication skills through storytelling. Her Marathi masterclass has upskilled 500 plus government school teachers across Maharashtra with Pratham Books, UNICEF, and the state government. Devki strongly believes every child deserves a good story. And I promise you, Devki, that you're in the right company today to inspire you with new electrifying titles. Thanks for taking out time for today's fest. Welcome. Next, I would like to introduce and welcome Ms. Aparna Jaishankar as a second judge for the GetLitt Spoken Fest. Aparna Jaishankar, a gold medalist in social work from Bharatiya University, is a storyteller, educator, and corporate trainer. She designs and conducts modules on history, languages, ethics, and perspectives for diverse learners. As a guest lecturer at Christ University, she created an elective on storytelling and skill development. Passionate about Indian mythology, especially the Mahabharata, she blends field research in history, archaeology, and temple architecture into her work. Aparna has performed at festivals like the Bengaluru Storytelling Festival, Bangalore Literature Festival, and Katha Carnival. Thank you for joining us today this morning, Aparna. And I know our young performers today are going to leave you extremely surprised. So welcome to the fest and gear up for the session today.
Yeah.
And with that, Shashi, over to you. Let's begin the fest.
Thank you so much, Richa. Get ready to be amazed, all of you. Our young wordsmiths have been preparing for this day. They've been weaving tales and verses that will make you smile, think, and maybe even dream a little. It's time to give the stage to the stars of the day, our storytellers and poets. Let's welcome our young poets and storytellers with a big round of applause. Audience, let's put our hands together and encourage our budding performers. Over to you, Miss Munira, for the most awaited part of the morning.
Thank you so much, Ms. Sashi, for getting us all pumped up and excited with this awesome opening ceremony. Hello, everyone, and a very, very good morning to everybody. My name is Ms. Munira, and along with Ms. Sashi, we're going to co-host this wonderful program today. And now, for the moment we've been waiting for, the spoken word performance. Before we get into the students' performances, a quick reminder for the audience. Dear audience, your energy matters. Please keep your cameras on, put away your phones, and cheer these young performers with claps, snaps, nods, send out chat messages, use Zoom emojis, do whatever it takes, but please take the time to encourage our young performers. And once again, let's try and support all of them and give them all the encouragement that they truly deserve. So let's commence with the most awaited part, presenting to you the powerful young poets and storytellers of the GetLitt Children's Spoken Poetry and Story Fest 2025-26. Miss Sashi, drum roll, and let's the. Thank you so much. So we will begin with performers from category 3, which will include students from grades 4 and 5. We would like to emphasize here to the judges and to the audience that all the work that is going to be presented today is original work created by our young poets and storytellers. So let's begin today with a powerful performance by Zen with his poem called Kickboxing. And he's going to talk about how kicking around can be fun, but can also end up getting you into trouble. So Zen, are you ready?
Yes, miss. Before we start, can we do an audio check, miss? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear. Do you want to move in a little closer, maybe, Zen, so we can, see your face a little better? Okay, I think that's perfect. Awesome. Are you ready to go, Zen?
Yes, miss.
Awesome. Take it away. All the very best to you.
Good morning. My name is Zen Poktwala, and today I will be reciting a poem made by me. Kickboxing by Zen Poktwala. Recently, I started going to a kickboxing class. What is that, you may ask? Very simply put, you don't just box. You don't just kick. You do a combo, jab, cross, hook, and make it look slick. I must admit though, I wanted to do karate while my mom sat in the cafe drinking latte. But then, the first day, I landed a box. It really just knocked off my socks. I felt the endorphins release, and I took to it like a mouse having cheese. Life cannot be normal anymore. I even push kicked the front door. I uppercut my cucumber instead of using a knife. How wonderful it is to live such a life. I wanted to open the window in the aeroplane, so I slap kicked that too. The air hostess said, "Are you insane?" I punched the washing machine because it made noise. But apparently, you can't treat these things like toys. So now, I have to wash my own clothes as a punishment or face from my own house. Banishment. So I broke a few things. Okay, maybe every single item, but I'm still better to the guests than the dog. At least I don't bite him. Don't worry, I didn't kickbox the dog. He's cute, but it's cold in the shower. Let's not refute. I punched the cold water to heat it up. It's way better than getting hot water in a cup. But I think I went too far that night. Something that gave my mom the ultimate fright. I jammed crossed at the dinner table. The spoon hit the internet cable. The Wi-Fi went out and the router caught fire. I tried to roundhouse kick the two and sent the kick higher. But instead, my kick landed on the fan, which fell on some random man who was walking on the road below. Oh wait, that was my dad! Oh no! Okay, so I can't do kickboxing from today. In-laws is where I must stay. I'm only allowed to do calm stuff like yoga, breathing. That's enough. I'm not allowed to punch or kick or raise my voice. I genuinely have got no choice. I can't wait to be a grown adult. I will start my own kickboxing cult where you can box instead of chop and kick instead of hop. My parents think I've gone crazy. Or maybe that last punch got me hazy. I can't think straight. I cannot figure. Is my pinky finger or thumb bigger? Does 2 plus 2 equal 6? Okay, I think my brain needs a fix. I'll leave you guys with one final warning. Just don't do kickboxing on the pot in the morning. Oh, thank you, miss.
Thank you so much, Zen, for starting today's performances with such an entertaining presentation. All right, audience, it's your time now to shower your love, encouragement, and affection on Zen's performance. Please use the chat box to share your feelings. And we also request our dear judges to please evaluate and enter their scores for Zen's performance. And while the judges do that, we'd like to call upon the next performer, Ria, performer number 2. Ria, if you could please raise your hand so that we can see you and spotlight you. Thank you so much, Zen. This was absolutely brilliant. Thank you. Let's see what the audience has to say. All right. Just give me a moment. Let's read some of the, okay. So we have Miss Purvi who says, Zen, what power and poise. You spoke with passion and confidence. That was outstanding. Miss Kavya says, what a fun, interesting story to start a performance. Well done, Zen. Amira says, amazing. Miss Rima says, witty and well performed. Naira says, wonderful start to an event. What lovely, lovely comments we're hearing and listening to. Iris says, well done, Amira. All smiles. All right, Zen, please continue to, go out and maybe check the comments that are there in the chat box for you. Thank you so much, audience, storytellers, poets. It's really heartening to see all of you encouraging your fellow participants as well. So if we could see Ria, please, performer number 2.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, we can hear you. Ria, would you like to move in a little closer, maybe? Okay, perfect. Okay, coming up next, we have Via from grade 5, and her poem is called The Happiness Bubble. It talks about the happy feeling that you feel in your heart, a bubbly feeling, when you decide to help someone else. Ria, can you say hello?
Hello.
All right, awesome. Are you ready, Ria?
Yes, I am.
Okay, all the very best to you.
Hello everybody. My name is Ria Krishnan. I'm 10 years old. I study in 5th grade. I like making people around me happy, so I wrote a poem called Happiness Bubble. Happiness is the bubble I blow that brings to every face a glow. The color of the bubble is very bright, making things around shine with their own light. Amidst all kids, girl or boy, I find immense joy that innocence and charm can bring to none any harm. I wander in the lustrous nature, for that is everyone's treasure. The fragrance of the colorful flowers lets me spray happiness showers. Help an old woman cross the road, relieve an old man of carrying his load. These small acts of kindness help me spread a lot of happiness. My bubble is round, but it holds much more. My thoughts, my wishes, and my hopes galore. Each one I blow with utmost passion, carrying with it a lot of compassion. A child struggling in bad weather, a bird with an injured feather, touch my heart low and deep. I rush to their aid with a leap. A dog with a broken leg, a kid with a bone to beg. These sights give me untold pain. I seek aid from all around for their gain. What is happiness? I hear people say, that which helps us smile every dreary day. It's ours to create, ours to keep. It's ours to spread far and deep. Life is full of worries, I know. Change every worry to a challenge as you grow. Happiness and kindness play a major role, while overcoming worries is your goal. Blow these bubbles in sadness or in glee. Carrying your problems, they will flee. Blow them in loneliness or in a crowd. They will spread joy all around. The world is small and round, and sure that everywhere happiness is found. It is a task, a challenge hard. A smile on every face is the reward. Happiness is this state of mind within reach of everyone who's kind. In making others happy, we are happy too. For happiness given away returns to shine on you. Thank you.
Well done, Ria. That was absolutely wonderful. What a thought-provoking poem that was. And we hope that everybody in the audience is going to, spend at least a moment today to try and make someone else happy. Thank you so much. Judges, if you could please quickly evaluate and put down your scores for Ria and dear audience. I see lots of claps and streamers and hearts that are coming. If you all could quickly use the chat box to share your encouragement for Ria, everyone. Ria, what a beautiful performance. So soft and full of emotion. That's Miss Purvi. Miss Kavya says, what a happy and joyful poem on a Sunday morning. Tarishi says,
Thank you.
Beautiful. Kyra says, amazing. Shranya says, such an amazing performance. We also see librarian Miss Vidushi saying, what a beautiful performance. Iris says she absolutely loved it. Vani says it was so good. This is so, so wonderful to see all of you putting in your encouragement for our young performers. All right, thank you so much, Ria. And I would now request participant number 3, Inaya, to please be ready. Inaya, if you could raise your hand. Thank you. Yes, Inaya, I can see you. You want to unmute? Perfect. Inaya, you want to say hello? Yes, you are. Inaya, would you like to maybe raise the camera a little bit because it's at an angle?
How's it? Is it okay, ma'am, now?
Okay, it's fine. We can see her, but it's at a slightly lower angle. But maybe elevate it a little bit. Okay, I think that's fine. Yes, thank you. Inaya, would you like to move in a little closer, maybe?
That'll cut her head off from the screen. I think
right,
this is good. This is good. Yeah.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
Are you ready, Inaya?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. All right. All the very best to you.
Hello, everyone. I'm Anaya Sheikh, and today I'm going to recite a poem called Cleo's Accent Anthology by yours truly, Anaya Sheikh. People talk in accents, thick and thin. For Cleo, it's a linguistic spin. They say hello with a twirl and a flair. Cleo's like, I don't care. A Brit says lift instead of elevator with a flair. Cleo's like, lift what? Your eyebrow? Ugh, I don't care. And Aussie says, good eye, mate, with a mate so fine. Cleo's like, g'day, is that a typo or a cry? This Indian T sounds like a D to her ear. Cleo's like, did you say tats or tats? I'm not clear. The Spanish C sounds like a tie so sly. Cleo's like, what's the difference? Is it C or tie? The German ch sounds like a glottal roar. Cleo's like, what's that? A bear woke up in a store? The French accent with a wiggle and a spin. Cleo's like, ooh la la, what's that accent within? She meets a Chinese R. That's quite a test. She's like, is that an R or a cat in a nest? She meets the Japanese R. That's roll with a flair. Cleo's like, roll with it? I'm getting accent fatigue, I swear. Cleo's is get tangled. Her brain gets a spin. She's like, I'm not clear. I'm losing my accent win. But still, she listened with a grin so wide, collecting accents, her linguistic pride. Cleo's anthology, a hilarious mess, a comedy of errors. What a linguistic stress. But still, she loves it all. The accent's so rare. I'm not clear. She's an accent fanatic beyond compare. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Inaya. That was wonderful and truly, truly entertaining. Dear audience, if you could quickly share what you felt about Inaya's performance, maybe you could also share which one is your favorite accent from all the ones that Inaya just described. And dear judges, kindly take the time to please enter the evaluation score for Inaya's performance today. Let's see what some of our
Thank you.
audience have to say. Okay. Inaya, that was wonderful. You spoke with such expression and joy, a shining performance, and so very international, says Miss Purvi. Anvi says that was very cool. And Miss Rima says super entertaining. Miss Kavya found it extremely energetic. Parnika says your expressions were amazing. Swara says, wow, there was so much enthusiasm in your performance. Iris says she loved your French accent and found it extremely funny. Tarishi says she likes the Japanese accent. And Naira says that her favorite accent was the Aussie one. Okay, this is really, really very nice and kind for all of you to take the time to share your encouragement for Inaya. Thank you very much, Inaya. Judges, if we are ready, we can now move on to our next participant. That's participant number 4.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Inaya. Amira, are you ready?
Can you hear me?
Yes, Amira, we can hear you loud and clear.
Good morning, everyone. My
Just
name
a-
is Amira.
Amira, just a moment, please. Just a moment. Can we please spotlight Amira?
She spotlighted Munira, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you so much, Amira. Go for it.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Amira. I'm a grade 4 student. And today I'm going to take you on an exciting journey through my favorite books. A World Within a Page by Amira Tambawar. A book I hold, a story that's told, a library of dreams, or bursting at the seams. At Hogwarts first, a spell is cast, where Ron, Harry, and Hermione are having a blast. Wizards and witches fell through the gates, every single one with different traits and Mallory Towers. And Mallory Towers, there's more to life than lessons where friendships are tested by a million reasons. Term after term, through all the ups and downs, they learned how to turn upside down their frowns. The five Findouters created history by solving each and every mystery. Fatty's wit combined with Buster's bark helped them chase clues from dawn to dark. In Percy Jackson, demigods became legends, using their minds and not just their weapons. Boldness and bravery, and a hero's heart gave beloved Percy a great start. Ella diaries with hope and dreams. She writes about her world by quiet streams, filled with stories of her growing years, bringing us happiness, laughter, and tears. In Keeper of the Lost Cities, Sophie fights for peace, resulting in wars and injustice to decrease. With Fitzky and Biana by her side, she courageously puts the enemies aside. In a world filled with noise and clutter, these books make my heart flutter. No matter the genre, fiction, fantasy, or mystery, books always guide me to path of victory. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Amira. Your poem, A World Within a Page, really took us on a magical journey through the stories that we read in the books. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone.
All right, dear audience, let's see what you have to say for Amira's beautiful performance. And please don't forget to encourage our young performers. It takes a lot of courage to be out here and doing what they are doing. So let's see. Dear judges, if you could please enter your scores for Amira. And in the meanwhile, let's see what everyone has to say. Amira, your performance shone so bright. Every moment was filled with warmth and wonder. Absolutely beautiful. That's what Miss Purvi has to say. Anamika says that was really nice. Parnika says, wow, I love the way you express about all your favorite genres. This was an
Thank you.
amazing poem. Parag says, thought-provoking, absolutely superb. And Amika's parent says that this was amazing. I can see the love of books that you have, so please do keep reading. That's really sweet. And Miss Kavya says she absolutely loves the fact that you have all these wonderful books in the background behind you. And of course, your poem was a wonderful tale. And we loved your poem. She says it reminded her of all her childhood favorite books. Shania says such a beautiful take on the wonderful books. All right.
And
Okay.
you know, two of my favorite books were in the poem. Thank you.
Absolutely right. That is absolutely true. Thank you so much, dear audience and young performers, for encouraging your fellow mates and performers. Amira, you can actually continue reading your beautiful comments for you in the chat box, and audience, please let them continue to flow. While we move on to our next participant, that is participant number 5, Anamika. Thank you, Amira. Participant number 5, Anamika, if you could please raise your hand. Perfect.
She's spotlighted.
Yes, we can see you. And thank you. So Anamika is going to be sharing a wonderfully funny poem about a petulant tooth. Anamika is from grade 5, and I'm sure that her poem is going to take us all down memory lane and remind us of the time that we lost our very first tooth. Anamika, would you like to say hello so that we know that we can hear you loud and clear?
Sure. Is everybody able to hear me?
Yes, we are. Thank you so much. Are you ready, Anamika?
I sure am.
Okay, perfect. All the very best to you.
Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. My name's Anamika, and I'm studying in grade 5 at the Budding Minds International School in Chennai. Let me ask you, how did you feel when you lost your first tooth? Was it scary? Was it exciting? Today, I'm going to recite one of my original poems called My Petulant Tooth, meaning my very naughty tooth. Here we go. My tiny tooth was naughty, trying to wriggle from my grasp. It rocked to the left, it rocked to the right, only allowing me to gasp. I could only eat soft food with any tasty side dish I could find. I tried reading while eating, but ouch, that didn't go fine. I waited for the tooth fairy, but I thought my tooth would never fall. Besides, by the time it fell, I could have grown 5 feet tall. It was becoming looser every day and night. But my gums were strong. They were putting up a tough fight. One day, I had a hunch that it would fall off during lunch. I was almost right. I was nearly there. It fell off while rinsing without any despair. I told my best friend about it, but she said not to worry. Just put it under your pillow and wait for the tooth fairy. I put it under my pillow, just like she said. I could feel it right there, right under my head. As I drifted off to sleep that night, I had a kooky dream of toothy goblins and gremlins all eating some ice cream. The next morning, I woke up with a smile and a face full of pleasure. I looked under my pillow. Oh, what a treasure! I reached out with my tiny hand and found a shiny rupee. I broke out into a toothless grin and then I shouted, Yippee! Well, I'm 10 years old now and have lost 10 teeth too. I think that's amazing because I'm also much richer. So here's a woohoo! In a few years, I'll say hello to some new wisdom teeth, but I know that they'll take a while. But hey, I'm in no hurry and I'll soon be back to talk about it with my beaming toothy smile. Thank you.
How amazing was that, Anamika? Thank you so much. I couldn't stop smiling throughout your entire performance. It's really very good. Thank you so much. So, dear audience, if you could quickly share, maybe along with your encouragement for Anamika, how about some of our poets and storytellers can tell us what were some of the gifts that Tooth Fairy left for you when you lost your first couple of teeth? We would love to read about that, and requesting our judges to please enter their scores for Anamika. All right, let's see. Anamika, that was pure magic funny and relatable. Such a lovely moment. That's what Miss Purvi has to say. Ria says she can totally relate to your poem on losing your tooth. Parnika says, what a relatable poem, especially when you said that when you look under your pillow, there was something lovely underneath. Very nice topic, Ria says, and it was extremely well written. Dia says it was funny and well performed, and it reminded me of the money I used to get whenever I lost a tooth. Yes. Seraph says she found chocolates and she found money under her pillow every time she left her tooth there. Miss Sashi says, this poem made me wish that I had a visit from the tooth fairy as well, and she absolutely loved your energy, Anamika. Miss Rima says, wonderful, something we all have been through. That is absolutely right, Miss Rima. And she loved the way that you presented it. Miss Kavya says, this was extremely well written, and taking an incident from life and turning into a poem, that's absolutely inspirational. Very, very nice. Miss Iris says it was a cute poem and she liked the way you put it all together. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, dear audience. We can't say thank you enough to all the love and encouragement that we see in the chat box for all our performers. If the judges are ready, we can now move on to our next performer, performer number 6. Subi, if you could please raise your hand, we can spotlight you. Subi, if you could unmute yourself and say a hello. Subi, I'm sorry, maybe move in a little.
Am I audible, ma'am? Am I audible, ma'am?
You are audible, ma'am, but we can't hear Subi. So maybe if Subi could say something.
Ma'am.
Hi, Subi, can you say your full name, please, so we know that we can hear you?
Ma'am, Shubhi Tyagi.
All right, perfect. All right, so coming up next, we have Shubhi Tyagi, and Shubhi is from grade 5, bringing to us the poem, The Last Desk. It's going to talk about the journey of someone who is in school, talks about school life and bringing it all alive for us. Shubhi, are you ready?
We can see your face instead of Subi's face. Can you please flip the camera?
Okay.
Yes.
Ma'am, now Shubhi is visible.
No, we can still see your face only.
Be able to see you. If you could change the direction so that we can see Shubhi.
Ma'am, now you can see.
Yes.
Yes, now we can see. And it'll be nice if you can just stay steady because we realize you're using a mobile device. Please stay steady, otherwise we won't be able to see Shubhi. Yeah, stay still over there now. Now Shubhi is visible.
Ma'am, just a moment. Ma'am, just a moment. Just give me 1 minute.
Yes, yes.
Just a moment, ma'am.
Ma'am, if you could just prop the phone, the device on a desk and let Shubhi be where it is, where she is right now.
Ma'am, now can you see?
Perfect.
Yes.
Okay.
Please hold it there.
Please don't move.
Okay. Shubhi, are you ready to go?
Shubhi, you'll have to say something loud and clear.
Sweetheart, we can't hear you.
I would suggest, ma'am, that please keep the mobile phone closer to Subhi so that we can hear.
Ma'am, can we start your story?
Just a moment, Shubhi. We just want to make sure that we can hear you loud and clear. If you could just hold it in that position and not move it around, ma'am. Can we just hold it there? Yes, let's not move this. Okay, thank you. Shubhi, can you just give us your full name once again so we know we can hear you?
Ma'am, Shubhi Tyagi.
All right, that's it. Can we not move, ma'am, please? Thank you. All right, over to you, Shubhi. All the very best.
Mom, can I start?
Yes, please go ahead, Shubi. Good luck to you.
Namaskar, everyone. I'm Shubhi from grade 5th from Lakshmangarh, Sikar, Rajasthan. Today I'm going to tell a story. My story is about the last desk. The last desk in a small rural school was always for kids like Meera, not for troublemakers or kids who were late. She was smart and had many questions in her eyes. But her last name was happier than her school bag. Teachers often didn't see her while she raised her hand. At lunch, her plate put away. She ate alone, gently observing both food and ignorance. Mr. Irwin, a new teacher, came. He saw how confident Mira was, how eager she was to learn. But he also saw that class turned cold while she taught. Why Mira sit at the last desk? He wondered. Students, stop talking. Some people smiled while others looked down. Mr. Irwin took a piece of chalk and wrote on the board, talent doesn't have a caste. There's no religion in dreams. There's no last desk in education. After that, he looked at Meera and said, "You will sit in the first row." She walked to the front. The next day, people whispered behind her back, but she sat up straight. Her voice filled the classroom for the first time. Everyone was shocked by her answers. Meera's name was at the very top when exams were over. Years later, Meera went back to her school, but this time she wasn't a student. She was Dr. Meera, the first doctor from her community. She opened a new library and called it the Last Desk Library. The same words her teacher has written in big letters above the board. But there, talent doesn't have a caste. There is no religion in dreams. There is no last desk in education. Thank you and have a wonderful day ahead.
Thank you so much, Shubi. This was a real eye-opener, I'll say. And we as educators and parents really need to keep our eyes open for the special spark that exists in every single student out there. Thank you so much. This was absolutely wonderful. And dear audience, you know what you have to do. Let's see some love pouring in for our performer, Shubi. Ms. Purvi says, Shubi, that was heart-touching, graceful, thoughtful, full of emotion, and so very deep and meaningful. That was absolutely wonderful, Shubi. Thank you so much, Ms. Purvi. Ria says, this was awesome. Parnika says, your body language and expression were absolutely marvelous, Shubi. Keep it up. And Ms. Rima says, this is such a strong message that you have put out there. Ms. Kavya says, what an important message, reminder of Dr. Ambedkar's life and his story. That is actually absolutely true. Anamika says, this was really wonderfully written, and it's a great, great topic that you have picked up. So much inspiration, Ms. Shashi says. Iris says, amazing. Ria says, you have really inspired us all with your story. Wow, this is so much love. Thank you, thank you, thank you, everyone, for all the love that you're putting in. Shubhi, you can actually continue to read these amazing comments that have come for you in the chat box. And while the audience is doing their job, dear judges, we hope that you are able to enter the scores for Shubhi's performance. Thank you so much, Shubhi. And with that, we are now ready for participant number 7, Anvi. Anvi, if you could please raise your hand, we can quickly spotlight you. Awesome. All right, Anvi, we can see you.
Hear me?
Anvi, can you say your name?
Ma'am, Anvi.
I'm sorry, would you move a little closer? Maybe we'll be able to hear you better.
Ma'am, Anvi. Anvi.
Perfect. All right, Anvi, can you just stay there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So coming up next, dear audience and judges, we have Anvi from grade 5 with her poem, The Curly Hair Struggle. And it is a piece that's probably going to resonate with the audience that has curly hair. So over to you, Anvi. We are all ears to hear what you have to say, Anvi. All the very best to you.
Thank you, ma'am. Greetings to one and all. I'm Anvi Mehra of class 5F. Today, I'm going to recite the poem The Curly Hair Struggle, written by me. You think curly hair is a beautiful sight? I'll tell you my story. You'll understand my plight. It's like a tornado at rest. My brother calls it a bird's nest. When I struggle to make the comb pass through, my mother comes to my rescue with oil in her hand and 2 black bags. She braids it up with all her might. Oh, what a peaceful sight! The relaxed me goes off to sleep. Morning, my alarm beeps. Brushing, bathing, uniform and shoes. This is all so smooth. But my hair, oh God, that's not fair. This light pillow soaked all the oil. The tresses again turned into coil. Mama again pours in oodles of oil, and that's the story which repeats every day. So pray to God to keep curly hair at bay. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Anvi. This is really very entertaining. I'm sure all the audience members who have curly hair are going to completely relate, to the plight that you probably face. But I think curly hair is absolutely gorgeous, and you are blessed to have these beautiful, lovely curls. Iris, I see your hand up. Do you want to share something? Okay, Iris, we'll just quickly wait till we read some of the comments. I know you're up next in the queue of performers, so just give us a moment, all right? Let's see what the audience has to say for Anvi. Just give me a moment. Anvi, what a sweet and radiant performance. You spoke with so much heart and charm. We loved it. Feeling appreciated as someone who also has curly hair. So Miss Purvi completely identifies with you. Serap says, curly hair struggles are so real. Anamika's parent says this was absolutely
Thank you,
wonderful. Ria also says that she can relate to you as someone who has curly hair. Anamika found it really very funny. Shania says, super entertaining performance. And Ria says, okay, this is the same story that repeats too. Okay, so I think, Anvi, you have really resonated with a lot of our audience who go through similar struggles every morning. Dear judges, we hope that you have entered the scores for Anvi. And with that, thank you so much. We can now call upon participant number 8, Iris. Lovely. Hi, Iris. Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Thank you very much. Loud and clear. All right. So coming up next, we have Iris from grade 4, and she's going to share a whimsical story about pencil, eraser, and eye. Are you ready, Iris?
Yes, ma'am.
All the very best to you.
Hello everybody. Today I'll narrate a poem called Pencil, Eraser and I. That evening, pencil, eraser and I sketch. A garbage belly trash can monster, an earth tired and grey, oceans chained in plastic bags, and forests fading away. My slogan screamed, adults have no planet B. But suddenly, twins, pitch got out. The monster roared, and the sky grew clouds. We fell right in. Like Alice in Junkland. Pencil and eraser shouts. Iris, hurry! Together they drew a dark hideout alley. Shocked and scared to witness talking tools, I fainted on the floor till pencil's magical music woke me once more. If I were in just a piece of lead, I'd been thick forest green. Instead, scribble blue clouds, pour down clean rain, and shade the earth from heat and pain. What about you, eraser? Dear pencil, I'd be the night of change. Clean the ocean, polish its shores, so coral reefs could bloom once more. But pencil, sometimes your garbage yourself. No, I said, you are a team, brave and true. Eraser mends the mistakes I do, and pencil gets my opinions through. For every kid, growing up begins with you. Just then, roared. The monster was back, and as we raced through heaps of trash, gap, cried pencil, a terrible scribble on its cap. Gallant eraser jumped right in and erased the lines. Swish, swash, swipe. The monster fell and the poster spat from its evil spell. The next day at school, we demanded a club to fight smoke, clean base, make changes that count. With silent scribbles and voices free, adventurous pencil and eraser gave me a planet. No, 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 a plan B. Thank you.
Wonderful. That was absolutely marvelous. I'm so sorry, pardon me. Iris, thank you so much. And so we hear Iris's take on how the pencil and the eraser are every child's companion in their growing up years. And individually, they can also be superheroes. Okay, dear audience, let's show some love for Iris's performance in the chat box. You may also use the Zoom emojis. Yes, I see some hearts, some clapping hands. That's wonderful. Thank you. And so Parnika says it was not only a splendid poem, but it's also an extraordinary way of expressing the unity and teamwork between a pencil and an eraser. That was gorgeous. Iris says, Miss Purvi says, Iris, your performance and the poetry was actually poetry in motion. It was full of feeling, beauty, and it was truly enchanting. Tarashi says that they absolutely adored your poem. So sweet and touching, Anvi said. Very well written, Kyra says. Miss Guneet says, so sweet. Shranya says, very well expressed. Via says, your singing in the song was great. Naira too loved the singing portion in your poem. And Miss Ashi says, actually your poem gives the quote, the pen is mightier than the sword, a completely new meaning. And Amika's parent says, what an interesting way to express the notion of keeping our planet clean. That's absolutely true. Thank you so much, dear parents, dear performers, teachers, everyone who's taking the time to put in words of encouragement, love, and affection for our performers. Thank you so much. We really, really appreciate it. And dear judges, if you have been able to enter the scores for Iris's performance, we can now move on to performer number 9. Tarishi, if you could please raise your hand. Thank you, Tarishi. We can see you right there. Can you quickly say hello, Tarishi, so we know we can hear you? Hi, Tarishi. Good morning to you. Okay. So coming up next, we have Tarishi from grade 4 with her poem, When the Sun Took a Break. Okay, this is something new, and let's find out what Tarishi wants to tell us about the time that the sun decided to go for a break. Tarishi, are you ready?
Yes.
Awesome. All right. All the very best to you.
Thank
Take
you,
it.
miss. Thank you, miss. Oh no, the sun's on holiday. Hi, I'm Darishi with a story today. When the sun took a break, so get ready to laugh and maybe shake. One fine day in the sky so blue, the sun woke up and said, I am through. No chill, no nap, not even reels. I'm taking a break. That's my goal. He packed a bag with shades and hats, a selfie stick, and 2 beach mats. He wrote a note. Find a flashlight, folks. I'm off for glow up and WhatsApp jokes. The clouds rolled in like sleepy cream, but they weren't warm. They had no gleam. Birds wore scarves, cows wore socks, even the chalk was on the board in blocks. At CLS, kids cheered with glee. No sun, no bee, but time to be free. But then chaos hit like a TikTok trend. The sun went viral to a dead end. Wi-Fi crashed. Fridges quit too. Even Alexa said, "What to do?" Wi-Fi. Ice caps froze. Oceans rose. Plastic floated near turtle toes. Elephants wore jackets in the soup. And penguins asked, where's our igloo? The crops stopped growing. No more wheat, no veggies, no mangoes, nothing to eat. Polar bears got super lost. Deserts froze beneath the frost. Satellites spun out of place. GPS said, I'm in outer space. Meanwhile, far on a cosmic beach, the sun relaxed just out of reach, playing Uno with clouds all day. The sun forgot to light our way. But when he saw the Earth's video screen, floods, hunger, oceans unclean, come back, son, the children are glad, teary eyes and arms open wide. So he zoomed back home, a shining ray, bringing back joy, warmth, and day. So I say with a wink and cheer, your start needs breaks, my dear. But when you pause, don't quit the race, come back strong, light up the place. Before I go, I need a promise from you. Will you shine in all that you do? Will you shine in all that you do? Answer me. Will you shine in all that you do?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, we will.
Yeah, that's the spirit. Go shine in all that you do. The sun came back, and so will I. Thanks, Ethan, and goodbye.
Thank you so much, Tarishi. That really got our wheels in the head turning. Imagine what life would be like if the sun actually decided to go on vacation. And you highlighted all the things that could really go wrong if we did not have sunlight. That was really very good. I'm so sorry. Yes, absolutely, Tarishi. Please go ahead and take it off. Thank you. All right, dear audience, let's see some love coming in for Tarishi.
Thank you, ma'am.
Darishni, that was amazing and full of life. You spoke with rhythm and grace. Splendid work, Miss Purvi says. Pia says this was really very nice. Shania says such a thought-provoking and well-explained poem, and you use amazing wit. Superb, Naira says. Parnika says, so cute. What a great poem. When the sun took an interval, went on a holiday. I love the way you interacted with the audience, and your body language was amazing. Miss Sashi says, reminds us that everyone needs a break sometimes, including the sun. It was very cleverly written, says Anamika's mom or dad, parents. Iris says, you were amazing as always. Awesome. Okay, thank you, audience. Thank you, young poets, storytellers, parents, teachers, for showering so much love for our performers. Dear judges, if you have managed to include the scores for Tarishi, we can now move on to our 10th performer, Ryan. Thank you so much, Tarishi. Ryan, if you could please raise your hand. Awesome. Welcome, Ryan. How are you feeling this morning?
Very good.
Are you excited?
Yes.
Awesome. All right. So coming up next, we have Ryan from grade 4, and his poem is called Funny, Isn't It? All right, Ryan, all the very best to you.
Good morning. My name is Ryan Irani and I study at Campion School. I am in grade 4. Today I am going to recite a poem written by me with a little help from my grandmother. This is a poem about a young boy who finds it annoying that his family finds a twin for his face in every situation. I hope you enjoy my poem. Funny, isn't it? At breakfast table, Mom shakes her head. You eat so slow like that, she said. Then Dad walks in and points at me. You're as messy as your Uncle Glee. My sisters always laugh and say, you snore just like Uncle Ray. Then my grandma grins and says, you talk non-stop just like Grandpa at the barber shop. My cousin smirks, you're such a clown, just like our funny Uncle Brown. Grandpa frowns, learn to sit, don't fidget like your Aunt Kit. So all day long, in every place, they find a twin for my poor face. A walking puzzle piece, that's me. Each twin belongs to my family tree. But yesterday, when I won first prize for reciting this poem, what a surprise! They clapped so loud, I almost shook, and every head gave me that look. For once, I knew the funniest part. They all want the credit for my big art. And so I laughed with all my might. I'm everyone when I shine bright. Thank you.
That was wonderful, Ryan. That was really nice. I'm sure we've all done this to our children, and we've also experienced this while growing up. You remind me of this, you are just like this or that. So it's something that I think most of us can relate to. Thank you very much, Ryan. Thank you. Dear audience, let's see some love coming in for Ryan and his wonderful performance. Very relatable, Miss Kunit says that. Kavya says, absolutely wonderful diction, Ryan. That is quite true. Miss Purvi says, Ryan, you were awesome, confident, cool, and expressive. And you made every single second count. Iris says, this was an impressive performance. Lovely. Really funny, Anamika says. Naira says, this was so good. Anvi says that was cute and funny. Thank you, audience. Thank you, performers, storytellers, and poets for all the love that you all are sharing. It's heartening to watch all of you encouraging each other. That itself is the most beautiful part of the spoken word performance that we are seeing. You encouraging each other. Thank you so much. Zain says family tree and great dictionary. All right. Dear judges, if you have evaluated Ryan's performance, thank you very much. Thank you, Ryan. All right. So with that, we have come to the end of part 1. That's category 3 performances. And we can, dear audience, now take a very tiny break. So when we say break, we're not going to go anywhere. I know that maybe some of us are feeling our muscles growing a little stiff and you want to kind of, feel a little bit of a creak somewhere. So we're going to do some a fun activity right now. Okay, now this activity is basically for all the parents, grandparents, uncles, aunts, siblings, teachers who have joined us this morning, have taken the time to join us this morning, and we are going to play a game. So all our super performers, the poets and the storytellers, the participants, this time you can take a break, but please encourage your parents and your siblings and everybody else who's joined us this morning to take part in this quick, fun game. In the meanwhile, dear audience, maybe if you could take this time to reevaluate your scores for category 3, you can go ahead and do that. You can take the time to quickly go over your scores for the last 10 performances and before we move on to the next category. And dear audience, let's see if you're ready for our game today. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to play a quick game of scavenger hunt. Okay, so what I would require all of you to do is I'm going to call out some very easy objects that each of you can find in your homes, in and around you. Okay, it's not going to take you too long. They're going to be fun, they're going to be quick, but for that I request all of you to please keep your cameras on, because when I call out the item that you need to bring, you can quickly go grab it and come to your camera screen and show us that object that you have brought. Yes, yes.
Ma'am, it reminds me of a movie.
Pardon me?
It reminds me of a movie.
I'm sorry, who's this?
Ma'am, Anvi.
Yes, Anvi, sorry. What about a movie? What would
It reminds me of a movie.
it reminds you of a movie? Okay, what reminds you of a movie?
That scavenger hunt.
Scavenger hunt. Okay, all right. So, audience, if you could quickly, everyone, switch on your cameras, please. And the first object that we would require all of you to bring is something that you wear on your head. Tarishi, that's for your face. Quickly. Now, participants, encourage your friends, family, whoever's watching with you, who's a part of the fest this morning. If you could call upon them to quickly go and grab something that you can wear on the head. Yes, I can see the participants going and grabbing things. We'd like to see parents. We'd like to see siblings. We'd like to see teachers, aunts and uncles, anybody who's sitting with you all to quickly go and bring. Seraph, I see you, your sister holding a headband. Yes, Parnika has a hat. Inaya is also holding a headband. Okay. Anamika's parent, I think you're holding a headband, I see. Is that a headband? Yes. Bia's holding earmuffs. Vani also has a headband. Okay, that's really nice. Thank you. Okay, moving on to the next object that you need to bring. And that would be something which has pictures on it. Go grab something which has pictures on it. Okay, I think Anamika's parent is sitting next to everything which is in close range for her. She's brought a picture book. Okay, that's nice. Nice to see that. Ria, you're carrying a photo frame. That's nice. Okay. Let's see. Bia also has a photo frame.
Oh.
Anvi, are you saying something? Anvi, are you saying something? Okay, all right. Moving on to the next object. How about bringing something that you can eat? Ria's already sitting with her carton of fruity, but that's something to drink, Ria, not to eat. Can everyone quickly go and bring something that they can eat? If everyone could please switch on their cameras, then maybe we can see the participants. Okay, Ria has a Lotti Choco Pie. Anamika's parent has got us some nuts.
Oreos.
Okay, can we see some more cameras on, please? Okay, thank you so much.
I'm
And
holding a 5-star, which I don't really like.
you're holding, I'm sorry, who's that?
I'm Anvi.
Anvi, hi. Okay, you're holding a
I
5.
hate 5 stars.
Okay. All right.
I'm holding a Oreo packet.
Oreo
And
packet.
so if anyone wants to take it, I'll give a free sample.
And Bia, I can see the banana in your hand. Yes, full of potassium. Okay, all right. Inaya's holding some candy. Is that candy, Inaya? Yes, it is. Yes. Okay, Naira is holding nuts. Naira's mom is holding nuts, I think. Almonds.
Yes, I've got almonds.
Almonds, yes, yes. Okay, thank you so much, dear parents and performers, for joining us with so much enthusiasm. I hope we're all recharged and we are ready to go and see the performers in the next category. Thank you so much. You all were awesome, everyone. Okay, so if you could quickly gather back and regroup over here, we are now ready to move on to the second part of the performances. And we're going to continue with the performances. Dear judges, Miss Richa, Miss Devaki, and Miss Anamika, are we good to go? Okay. All right, so let's move on to the next category, which is category number 4. And here we are going to have performances from students from grade 6, 7, and 8. That's category 4. Once again, I would like to remind the judges and the audience that every piece presented here is original work written by our performers. I'm sorry, someone called out.
Miss, are we judging category wise or like all categories?
We're just done with category 3 and now we're moving on to category.
Yeah, do you judge among category 3 or do you judge with category 6, 7, and 8?
Category 3 is a separate category and category 4 is a separate category.
Yeah, so there are gonna be 3 winners for category 3 and 3 winners for category 4.
Yes. Who's this?
Tarishi.
Okay, Tarishi. All right, thank you. Okay, so let's move on to our next category, which is category 4. And to begin this, we will start with Seraph from grade 6. Seraph, can we? Yes, awesome. All right, Seraph, can you say hello?
Yes. Hello.
All right, can you say your full name, please?
Seraph Zuri Develop.
Okay, perfect. All right. So starting for us at category 4 is Seraph from grade 6. And her poem is called Hello Stranger, where she will be sharing her insights on what it is like if you were to meet your older or younger self. All right. Are you ready, Seraph?
Yes.
Okay. All the best to you.
So I'm Seraph Zuri Demello from grade 6. And I saw the category before and they were awesome. So I'm wishing everybody good luck. Life is but a full circle. What goes round comes round. And that's just where I realized the sweet paradoxical feeling of familiarity and doubt. As I call out, hello stranger, have we met before? Sitting in a grand auditorium, my heart bursting with excitement and nervous energy, those baby legs of mine dangling a wee bit above the floor. I hear my name. Amidst the applause, I stand up as those flying pterodactyls leave the pit of my stomach. My jaw is widened. I stop in my tracks. My jaw drops as I see a girl walking up on stage. That beaming smile, that messy curly hair let down, but so much more put together. Oh, wait! She looks just like me. A few years older, a few inches taller, a few blades sharper. Oh my days! Is that me? Is she me? Is me she? Did I just waltz into the future on my very own graduation day? After the ceremony, I grab her from the crowd and drag her into an empty classroom. My mind still reeling from shock. What just happened? You! Are you me? But from the future? I've changed lots since primary, I see. But change is for the good, right? And you'll see how it can be. We got over Taylor a long time ago. The clean girl vibe is not it anymore. Italian railroad, sus and race are most definitely not the base. Messi and Ronaldo's rivalry is no longer a mystery, while artificial intelligence is dogged history. Social media, etc., has been. We laugh, we go out for walks, we actually talk for the win. The mind is power, and the pen is our sword. Our dreams are realistic, more than just boards with stick. Creativity is at its finest best, whether it's Ivy Leagues or something less. The world's indeed a happier mess. That sounds fodder for the brain. I look at her and say, we've turned over many a wave, and you, my dear, will see it through in a brave. Confused but composed, I turn, full of willingness and wit, carrying with me the future's unpredictability and grit. For good, bad, better, or worse, who knows? One thing's for sure, the show always goes. Hello, stranger, I shout, until we meet again. There's surely no doubt. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sharaf. I think at some point we all want to go back in time and look at our younger selves, or maybe have the ability to time travel and think of what it would be like 10 years down the line, 15 years down the line. This is really very nice. Thank you so much. Dear audience, I don't need to tell you, you know what you need to do. Let's see some love coming in for Siraf's performance. And judges, if you could quickly also enter your scores. Tarishi says very, 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 very dramatic. Okay. That's nice. Siraf, that was mesmerizing, so expressive, confident, and full of emotion. Absolutely brilliant. And Miss Bhumi says she would love to meet her younger self. Anamika says that was a really interesting plot line.
Thank you.
Very sweet. Okay, audience, please continue to show some encouragement. Ms. Kavya says, I hope you look back at this poem when you are older and see how far you have come along on your journey. Reminding everyone that this is original work written by all our performers, both in category 3 as well as category 4. This is original work, original thoughts and ideas. I do see some claps and some hearts coming through and some streamers as well. Thank you so much, Siraf. Dear judges, if you are done with evaluation, we can now move on to performer number 3 for, sorry, pardon me, performer number 2 for this category, Parnika. Thank you, Siraf. Parnika, if you could please raise your hand so that we can spot you. There you are. Yes, we can see you, Parnika. Are you ready? Can you quickly say your full name so that we know we can hear you?
1 second, ma'am.
Sure. Sure, sure. Audience, thank you for being so cooperative, supportive, and also very patient through all these performances, right from the beginning up until now. And we hope that you are also feeling extremely proud, like Team GetLitt, at the amazing performances that we have seen so far. And we're going to see some better and really amazing ones coming up next. Okay. Yes, Panika, are you ready? Sorry, we can't hear you. No, I can't hear you. Maybe you want to move in a little closer?
Tanika, can you say something for us so we can check if we can hear you?
Hi from grade
I'm
7.
not able to.
No, we're not able to hear you.
Just a second.
Okay, we can hear you, sir.
Okay, so is it audible?
Is it audible now, ma'am?
Yes,
Yes.
loud and clear. Okay, thank you. So coming up next, we have Parnika from grade 7, who brings to us her delightful musings on what the world would be like if there were no borders. So let's put our hands together and welcome Parnika. Are you ready, Parnika?
Yes, ma'am, absolutely.
Over to you. All the very best.
Thank you, ma'am. Good morning, everyone. I am Parnika Bajpai, and today I want to take you all on a journey to a world without borders. I'm standing in an airport, passport in hand, and that is when the officer laughed. What is that? I answered, well, this a passport. The things you all require to check which country we belong to. He spoke. Who told you we need those in a world without borders? Yes, I did pinch myself, but it wasn't a dream. When I looked out and saw no gates, no barriers, and no hate, only unity, teamwork, and love for each other. Indeed, traveling did become cheaper and smoother without the chaos of visas and passports. Wars, they ceased drastically. Ask someone, where are you from? They would reply with pride, Earth. At the moment, I looked up at the sky and thought, the moon does not shine differently for each nation. The wind does not stop at borders. Even rivers don't care who claims them. They just flow. Nature is clearly equal for everyone and every place. A world. Earth is not a vegetable. Then why do we sapiens keep cutting it into pieces? A world without borders is not about erasing lines on a map. It's about erasing the walls inside us, walls of hate, fear, and division. Because before we are citizens of any country, we are citizens of one humanity. No walls to divide, no gates to defend. One earth, one sky, where strangers are friends. When love is the passport all hearts can afford, then friends. What are we waiting for? Let's go and live in a world without borders. Passport? Not needed. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Panika. We can all only dream and wish for a time when the world will be without borders, and hope that at some point, we'll be free to travel from one place to another and the whole world will be just one country of humanity. Thank you so much for making us hopeful and wishful and thinking about this. Dear audience, please don't forget to show your love and encouragement for Panika by sharing your thoughts in the chat box. And how amazing would it be, right? If you could just float around like a cloud from one country to another and not worry about borders. And dear judges, if you are done with evaluating Parnika's performance, we would like to now call upon our next participant. But before that, let's quickly look at some of the words of encouragement that have come in our chat box. Parnika, that was breathtaking. Your expression and energy made every second glow. Absolutely incredible and inspiring. Ria also found it very, very inspiring.
Thank you.
And Miss Kavya says it was a beautiful thought and your outfit was absolutely apt, she says. Iris says amazing thought and we really do wish that it comes true one day. Anamika also hopes that one day the world will be like that. Miss Sashi says, sounds like a beautiful world. Thank you, Parnika, for painting such a wonderful world with your poem.
Thank you all. Thank you so much.
Kuneet says, well written and an absolute need of the hour. That is indeed true. And Naira also agrees that the world should really not have any kind of barriers. Thank you so much, Parnika. All the best to you. And now we can move
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, Parnika. We can now move on to our next participant, participant number 3, Vani. Hi, Vani. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Yes, we can hear you. All
Ma'am,
right.
shall I start?
Just a moment, please. So coming up next, we have Vani from grade 8, and her poem is titled Grief of Stoicism, where she shares her deepest thoughts on the mysteries of life's journey. Welcome, Vani, over to you, and all the very best.
Thank you, ma'am. Grief of Stoicism. Nobody believes me when I said nobody is home. Yet the one who did believe me is not at home. Dancing through the rain, I slipped upon a shore. The shore carried me into the ocean, which drowned me in solitude. Fishes came for rescue, but none of me was there. I was drowned and drenched in the depth of my own despair. I wanted no man nor the woe, but life. It turned me into a sorrow crow. I saw the last sprink of light, the final piece of hope. Nobody knows who was rowing the boat. I woke up upon a coast with the urge to go, lying by the ocean, lying by the winds. I look up at the sky, seeing the last ray of scope. I searched through the islands. I found the corpses of refugees like me. They had ended in abyss, consumed by the despair of silence. Yet even then, I could see the wet tears smearing their skulls. My heart began to weep, but my eyes, they remained stone. The despair within me leaned on, but the ocean had other plans. Even God shows mercy to those with strong heart. Finally, I saw a spark of light. My heart bloomed at that sight. The ocean did not erase my grief nor mend the weights I carried. Yet it whispered in the softest way, even in the darkest of nights, even in the most fatal sights. The show will always show you hope and carry you on. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Vani. That was marvelous. And thank you for creating such vivid imagery in our minds through your words. Dear audience, let's see the encouragement pouring in for Vani in our chat box. And dear judges, it is time for you to evaluate the performance, please. Ria says we should always find light and that all clouds have a silver lining. That is so true. Zain says this was totally mesmerizing. Beautiful poem. What a great thought. That's what Parnika says. And Swara says, your expressions were amazing. Priya says, this was wonderful. Siraf's parents says, what a fabulous performance and such deep thoughts. Thank you, dear audience. These are some really very encouraging words. So many profound thoughts, so articulately brought together. That's what Miss Sashi has to say for you, Vani. And
Thank you a lot, ma'am.
Anamika says it's almost like a professional poem. Anamika's parents says, excellently written and performed. Thank you, dear audience, for all the love and encouragement for Vani. Thank you, Vani. We can now move on to our fourth participant of the morning. And we have Ayan coming up next. Ayan, if you could please raise your hand. Ayan, are you there? Miss Sashi, Miss Kavya, is Ayan there?
Cute. Hi, sorry. Yeah, I'm here. Am I audible and am I clear?
Yes, Ayan. Yes, we can hear
Everyone
you.
can hear me?
Yes, we can. We can hear you, Ayan.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So coming up next, we have Ayan.
Je suis Chef Ayan, and I'm from grade 7.
Ayan, can you give me a moment, please, so that I can introduce you? Yes. So coming up next, we have Ayan from grade 7, and he is going to share a delightful anecdotal story, Cake O'Clock. And Ayan shares with us the details of his kitchen escapades. Over to you, Ayan.
Je suis Chef Ayan. Okay, can I start now?
Yes, absolutely. Go ahead, Ayan. All the best.
As a wise person once said, the family that bakes together stays together. And that wise person is me, myself, and I. After binge watching MasterChef Australia, we as a family were inspired to try our hand at something new. Baking. Mostly though, we were just tired of Instagram influencers constantly showing off their culinary skills. After 2 hours of endless scrolling, we found the perfect chocolate cake recipe. I mean, who doesn't like chocolate cake? If you don't, well, we're gonna have a problem. We ordered the ingredients and they arrived at cake o'clock on a grey, gloomy monsoon day. We immediately decided to get cracking. Eggs. I became my mother's personal baking assistant while my father refused to mix a thing. Too many cooks spoil the cake, he muttered. Excuses. I suspect he just wanted to be the cake sommelier. We followed the recipe to the T, mixing flour, eggs, vanilla essence, baking soda, cocoa powder, and a whole lot of love. We were smug, imagining ourselves on MasterChef Australia, the judges nodding in approval. All the textures and flavors are having a party in my mouth. And ta-da! The batter went into the oven. We said a silent prayer. And then chaos! In what felt like seconds, our chocolate heaven turned into chocolate hell. Smoke billowed, flames licked the edges, and our cake, once a hopeful sphere of sweet perfection, looked like it had crawled back from the depths of the underworld, charred, scarred, marred, and utterly defeated. What would the MasterChef judges say to this? Moist? Soft? Not a chance. This was not a scrumptious cake. It was dark as the night sky and technically only edible if you enjoyed chewing charcoal. My mother's face fell, the look of a soul crushed, the same reaction she had to my exam marks. She vowed never to bake again. Don't mind her, she's very dramatic. It turns out the recipe we followed was American, but We put the cake in at 300 degrees Celsius instead of Fahrenheit. We now need a new oven, a new kitchen, maybe even a new flat. But we only follow British recipes and all our cakes have been successful ever since. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ayan. That really tells us how things can go very, very, very wrong. All right, audience, let's see what you have to think about MasterChef aspiring contestant Ayan. Miss Purvi says, Ayan, wow, what confidence, you spoke like a pro. The Australian accent was phenomenal, says Parnika, and also your voice modulations were marvelous too.
Thank you. Thank
Love
you so
the
much.
expression, says Sarab's parent. And Miss Purvi says that she's now craving some chocolate cake also after listening to what you had to say. Ria says, I was licking my lips the whole time, but I did not expect the end. Miss Sashi says it felt like we were watching a YouTuber. The story took us on quite a journey. Excellent work, Myra says.
Thank you.
And Miss Kavya feels like the absolute highlight of your performance was the fact that you enjoyed yourself.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, then. All right. So thank you so much, dear judges. We hope that you have put in your evaluation for Ayan. And we can now move on to our participant number 5, Vidushi. Vidushi, if you could please raise your hand so that we can spotlight you. Awesome. All right, Vidushi, yes, we can see you. Can you say something so we know that we can hear you?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Thank you so much, Vidushi. All right, so coming up next, we have participant number 5, Vidushi from grade 7, and she brings to us her special poem titled Why. Her poem asks some important questions about how individuals make their journey from darkness to light and how there is always light waiting at the end of the tunnel. Over to you, Vidushi. All the very best. Vidushi, are you ready? Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. All right, all the best to you.
Hi everyone, my name is Vidushi. I am a student in grade 7 and today I will be presenting my poem, Why. Can I start?
Yes, please, go ahead.
One day when the sun rose, she thought, what if she didn't one day? One day when the sun rose, he thought, what if he didn't one day? And so she lived her life with great regret while he focused on all of the happiness. She shunned herself from society and he lived his life gloriously. She crammed her life into a second while he lived unenjoyed. Why is it the world is so different? One either only focuses on the good or only on the bad. Why can't the world accept reality? Why is everything a technicality? Why can't good and bad be felt at the same time? Why is it such a crime? Why is light never shed in the dark places? Why is the darkness always in innocent faces? Why do people go to the dark side when light is a better choice? Why did she never give the light a second chance, even when she knew joy had a better stance? Why didn't she see his happiness? Why did she follow the dark's nastiness? There are many people in this world. They're either good or bad. But more people choose the dark side, and isn't it sad? Why don't they follow life's path? Why do they choose darkness's wrath? I wish they would realize they're going to end up like her, and when they try his path, the light will be a blur. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Vidushi. Thank you. That was absolutely wonderful. And I hope that all of us are able to one day find the answers to all our whys. Audience, please show your love, support, and encouragement for Vidushi in the chat box. And maybe you could also even share what are some of the questions that we end up asking ourselves when we are sitting, not doing anything, and there are these thoughts that kind of come into our mind. What are some of the ideas or the questions that we ask ourselves? We'd love to read that too. Requesting the judges to please enter their score for the performance. Thank you. And let's see what our audience has to say for Vidushi. Ms. Kavya says it's all about the perspective. Such a thoughtful poem. Ms. Kuneet says, well done, Vidushi. Very well written. Vidushi, that was magical. You perform with elegance, heart, and imagination. And it all puts us all into introspection mode. That's what Ms. Purvi has to say. Vani says it was really well written. Ms. Kuneet says it was extremely thoughtful. Thank you. This is so encouraging and motivating for all our performers. And Anamika says that she completely agrees with your point of view, Vidushi. Swara says, well done, Vidushi. And she's sending flowers and a heart as well. Thank you. That is really sweet. Thank you, dear audience, for all the love and encouragement that you continue to show for all our participants. And with that, we come to our next participant, who is Kyra. Participant number 6, Kyra. Yes, there you are. All right. Okay. So we now have Kyra from grade 6, who tells us the tale of 1983. I know that most of us were, or most of you rather, were not even around when 1983 happened. But this is a great way for Kyra to take us down memory lane. So Kyra, are you ready? If you could quickly say something.
Yes, hello, miss.
Good morning, good afternoon, actually, Kyra. Are you excited?
Yeah. I just want to say that after last week's masterclass, I made a few changes to the script. So
Okay.
it will be exactly what's shown on the screen.
Okay, all right. Okay, Kyra, over to you and all the very best.
Good afternoon. My name is Kyra Sangvi, and I'm from grade 6. Today I'm going to share a poem called 1983, based on the movie 83. 1983, I stood to fight as captain of the Indian cricket squad. I wanted to show them my might, all the while praying to my God. Barrier 1, Kapil Dev. I was new to the team but had earned their respect, while for the rest of India, we were underdogs, treated with neglect. I had to instill some confidence, not just in my teammates, but in myself as well. I searched and found shelter in my mother's old saying, hotel. Beta, khali jeet ke aana. As for my friends, I made a speech, one that I'm still embarrassed about, so I won't preach. Like people says, taste the success once, don't want more. Barrier 2, umpire. The Indian team isn't at all cohesive, so they must have to work really hard. I perspire just thinking about them playing against the West Indies. They can't afford to be taken off guard. A few weeks later, India has won the first 2 matches, but has lost the second 2. It's all down to this last match moment. Will they lose or will they... Boo! Oh man, India just won. They've made it to semi-finals. These games won't be any fun. Barrier 3, Indian couple. Progress report, we've reached the finals. There's a good news and a bad news. The good news is that this is further than any other time. And the bad news? The bad news is that we're against the West Indies. We have a bad case of the blues. And to put the badam on the laddu, we are having, well, social issues. Our team is not in tip-top shape. I'm worried. I don't want to lose. Look, Bhagwati, my tension is high. So please can you put the samosas to fry? India's not at ease. So at least get me some lassi, please. Hold on, let me see the score before that. Well, 181 runs for 9 wickets. Balwinder Singh is our lost hope. And you want samosas for this cricket?
Wait, Dharampatni, it may look like we've lost in batting, but I don't think so. We'll fight for every run, every over. That is Kapil Dev's motto. And now it's the last ball of the match. The Indian team's efforts have borne fruit. They've won the World Cup. This is a momentous occasion. The Indian team have changed their repute. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kyra. I could almost actually watch the film 83, running in my mind while I was watching your performance. Thank you. This was lovely. Okay, audience, let's see your words of love and encouragement. Please use the chat box to share your support for Kyra. And we request the judges to please evaluate this performance before we move on to the next one. Okay. Miss Ashi says it took us back in time. So wonderfully done with you playing all the different characters. Siraf says that was really dramatic and it was wonderful to see the scenarios changing. Also, Ria thinks that it's evident that you love cricket. Is that true, Kyra? Do you enjoy cricket?
Yes, I really love cricket.
All right, that's wonderful. Iris says that she found it extremely expressive. And Miss Kavya says it was lovely to see all the characters and how you put them together. So humorous and very, very thought-provoking. Zain says it was superior and it made me laugh my head off. Vani says it was portrayed really well and very expressive. Very dramatic, Ria says. And Anamika says that she loved the way you acted. Thank you once again, dear audience, for all this love, encouragement, and support that you continue to show for all our young participants. Thank you, Kyra. And with Kyra's performance, we now come to the next performer, that is participant number 7, Shranya. Hi, Shranya. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
How are you feeling?
Fine, thank you.
All right, awesome. So next up, we have Shranya from grade 8, and she brings to us her profound poem, Etched in Blame. Shranya's poem raises some very pertinent questions about the role and the status of women in society. Let's all welcome Shranya. Over to you.
Thank you, ma'am. Good morning, everyone. My name is Shranya. I study in grade 8 and I'm from Mohali, Punjab. And today I'm going to recite my self-written poem, Etched in Blame. They painted us in stories, then silenced our screen. They claimed the throne built on a women's dream. They praised our patience, cold fire divine, but never once let the flame be mine. She stood tall in the shameful court, unwrapped by sheer shame. Draupadi, the voice behind the dice that once called her name. Thousands watched with lowered eyes, while righteousness played in a web of flies. Sita walked through God's own test, still in a room was treated worse than a pest. They worship her in temple songs, but never learned where they went wrong. A stone can't speak, but Ahilya heard. Someone too pure for this cruel world. A god's mistake, a woman's cost. Another name injustice lost. Amba's vow shook heart and soul. She died, returned, and conquered alone. Shikhandi rose with the stealth of a tiger, a soul like thorn and a name like thunder. Mandodari watched her kingdom die. Her husband's ego swallowed her cries. She begged the beings to make him see. But our never has the plea. And I walk with their souls inside. Their fury shines in every graceful stride. 14 years and told to behave, while I inherit what they forgave. We were not the myths you get to grieve. We are the fire you can never believe. Not soft, not saint, not sacrifice. We are the blade behind the spice. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tanya. Wow, that was really very, very powerful, extremely powerful, and so many questions that have been raised to which we're still looking for the answers. And three cheers to the resilience of women that has been shown over centuries. Absolutely. How lovely. Thank you so much. And dear audience, you know what you have to do. Let's see some love coming in. Yes, Purvi says, Shania, what a beautiful performance. Soft, confident, and yet full of emotions. And you really have a very powerful voice, and we love how you've used it to share such a powerful message. That is actually quite true. Amira says, so expressive. And Amika's parent says, very powerful topic. Andrea says, yes, girls are the best. And Anamika says, wow, quite historical. Panika says, a true way of expressing how powerful women are. Miss Sashi says, amazing to see how far you have come in your writing. Well done, Shania. Iris says, women rule, loved your poem. Extremely powerful message, Miss Puneet says. Okay, thank you so much, dear audience, for all this love. And with that, if the judges have finished their evaluation for Shranya's performance, we can move on to the next participant. And we have our next participant, participant number 8, Janisha. Hi, Janisha. Good afternoon. Janisha, all right. Yes, can you say your full name, please, so we know that we can hear you?
My name is Janisha Noria.
All right, Janisha. Okay, so coming up next, we have Janisha from grade 6, and she shares her mysterious story on how AI has taken over our lives. And her poem is named The Final Request.
Ma'am, good morning. Is she visible?
Yes, she is, ma'am. We can see her.
Okay, her voice is clear.
Janisha, if you could say something, maybe, because we can hear you, ma'am, very clearly.
Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Janisha, would you like to say a couple of words so we know that we can hear you?
Namaskar, ma'am. I'm Janisha.
You want to come a little closer, maybe, or ma'am, if you want to, maybe move closer with the mic, then.
Ma'am, is she visible now?
She is visible, yes. And you are loud and clear. We just want to make sure that we can hear Janisha as well.
Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am. So shall we start now?
Yes, please. Go ahead, Janisha. All the best to you.
Thank you, ma'am. Namaskar, everyone. I'm Janisha, a student of grade 6 from Modi School Lakshmangarh Sikar, is here to tell a story. Theme of the story is the last friend request. It started so simple. I got a friend request from an account called Aura AI. Profile picture, a glowing blue eye. Bio, always watching. I thought weird name, but hey, it's probably just a bot. Accepted, but that was my first mistake. At first, it messaged me the usual stuff. Hey, what's a wet color? But then, just things that no one could know. What the scar on your left knee from? Why did you cry? Last Tuesday night, my stomach dropped. I hadn't told anyone that. I tried to block it, but he froze. Everyone vanished except Aura AI. My phone screen lit up red. One voice. Don't ignore me. I live in your data. I live in your blood. Suddenly, my photos started changing. Smiling photos of me. Their eyes color turning black. My phone buzzed. One last time. One message. Look, baby behind you. I froze. And when I turned in the reflection of the window, I saw the glowing blue eye, watching, blinking, and smiling. I shared everywhere, but even now, when the lights go out, I can still see it. So the next time when you get the strange friend request, think twice before you click accept. Thank you and have a grateful day ahead.
Thank you so much, Janisha. I could almost feel goosebumps on my arms while I was listening to your narration. Yes. Okay. Dear judges, if you could please evaluate Janisha's performance, and dear audience, let's see what you have to, let's read what you have to say about Janisha. Okay, let's see the love coming in, everyone. Wonderful story, wonderful way to spread awareness about getting influenced by AI. So marvelous. AI actually has taken over humans. That is actually quite true. Parnika says that. Miss Sashi says it's a very relevant theme and a story that makes us pause and think. Anamika says it was really creepy, but yes, an amazing story. And Shania says it was a great way to depict reality. Ms. Rima says, such an important message for all of us, wonderfully depicted. Thank you so much, dear audience. That was really very kind, showing all your love and support for our performers. Thank you, Janisha. Dear judges, if you are ready, we can move on to our next participant. That is participant number 9, Swara. Good afternoon, Swara.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you are, but the top part of your head is getting cut off.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
Is this better?
Yes, that's good. Can you say something a little more so we know that we can hear you?
Am I audible?
Perfect. All right, Swara. Okay, so next up we have Swara from grade 6, and she will be performing her poem War of Our Times. Swara's poem is most relevant to the current world scenario, and it makes a gentle plea on behalf of all the children of the world. Over to you, Swara. All the very best.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Swara from class 6, and today I'm going to be reciting my poem, Wars of Our Time, written by me. Before I start with my poem, I would like to say in a few words as to what made me write this poem. In the last few years, we have witnessed a lots of wars going around with hungry and hospitalized children in war zone areas. These painful images made me write these lines, hoping that someday all these wars will end and peace will prevail. For the last few years, Mother Earth has been sad. Wars and conflicts make her feel so bad. It's been long since we shed so much blood. Hundreds have died and were buried in the mud. Dry and arid in the middle of the east. Centuries of violence feeding the beast. One kidnaps people, holding them for long. Others starve civilians who did no wrong. Planes cross borders, throwing down bombs, countless in the Holy Land, buried in tombs. If we thought this was limited only in this hole, a bigger fight was fought near the North Pole. As Slavic countries started fighting out of the blue, the world joined in instead of separating the two. And when we thought the wars were far away, Sindoor came calling, and we joined in the fray. Aerial battles started and were so tensely fought. Justice was done, or so we thought. We have to stop now. There is no other choice. Children are dying daily, and they have no voice.
It is time to strengthen the UN that we once knew so well until countries started ignoring it and the world became hell. The next world war just feels so near. As things stand now, it will be nuclear. Let us remember that this is the land of our birth. We must find peace for the sake of Mother Earth. Thank you, everyone, and I hope that this poem gives you all a lot of food for thought. I would also like to add that this white and blue color dress and the headgear that I am wearing symbolizes peace, harmony, and calmness. And so is the message that I want to convey through my poem. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Swara. That indeed is the need of the hour, world peace, looking at the situation around us across the world. Thank you so much. Yes, dear audience, while our judges kindly enter their evaluation for Swara, let's see the love pouring in. Swara, your writing and performance really made us stop and think. It was a powerhouse. Such pieces push you to think about being better global citizens, and it's a simple price we pay for peace. Panika says peace over war, yes. Iris says she is deeply touched. Priya says this was really well put together, and it's definitely an awareness that we all need to be speaking about. And Amira says, absolutely right. War is never the answer to any problem. These are wonderful thoughts. Please continue to enter them in the chat box and use the Zoom emojis. Thank you so much, Swara. And if the judges are ready, we can now move on to our 10th performer for the morning. Bia.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Hi, Bia. Good afternoon.
Hello. Can you see and hear me?
Yes, we can see you and we can hear you as well, Bia.
I just have a question. Is there any way I can like see my own face while I'm performing? I'm not able to see myself.
No.
Yeah. Can you like, see my full body?
Yes, we can. We can, Bia.
Can I start?
Okay, just a moment, please. So coming up next, we have Bia from grade 8. She presents an anecdotal account of what happens in a classroom that has been unexpectedly given a free period. Go ahead, Bia. All the very best to you.
Hey, I am Bia and I'm studying in grade 8. Today, I will be reciting an original poem called The Free Period. This poem talks about the pure joy that we all must have felt during a free period. Before I begin, I would like to thank GetLitt for giving me this opportunity to showcase my talent and my class for being the perfect inspiration for me to write this poem. It seems to be quite a normal school day. Everything's happening in its usual normal way. We're interpreting maps in geography and learning about the human body in biology. Quite a few students fall asleep during history, but we all are excited when we're performing experiments in chemistry. But wait, the next period's teacher is on leave today, and everyone's planning to create noise in every possible way. Because what will happen? I'm sure you can guess. To a class when we're totally unsupervised and teacherless. Around 27 students, completely rule free. Oh, what chaos there's going to be! Everyone's running around, sometimes walking, laughing and playing, shouting and talking. Of course, there is a student or two. Sitting and reading quietly is all that they do. But for the rest, the noise level just keeps going higher because during a free period, we will not tire. The pen fights begin and the normal fights too. Scribbling on the board or playing football with a shoe. Cricket with a book. Throwing chalk that we took. With a pencil pouch, we play catch. while constantly asking all the teachers, "What's the score of the latest sports match?" Then the principal enters with a look of surprise. Oh, we're making too much noise, we realize. The principal shouts, and we all settle down really fast. Our minds filled with fun memories that will forever last. Thank you.
Wow, Bia, you actually took me down memory lane to my school times. We've all had these moments where the news of a unexpected free period really puts the entire class into a frenzy. That was really very nice. Well presented, well delivered. All right, audience, time for you to pour in your love and support for Bia's performance. And we request our judges to please evaluate and put in their scores for Bia. All of us wish, like Ria does, that we wish that we had unexpected free periods like that in school. Anamika's mom says, the joy of getting an unexpected free period. I'm sure everyone here could relate to your poem, and it was very well recited, Pia. Pranika says, I guess the teacher who was on leave was probably the math teacher, because that is exactly how the class kind of overloads when the math teacher is absent. Very funny, is what Ms. Puneet says. And Miss Rima says that these are literally some of the best memories that we have from our childhood.
Thank you.
Anamika says this is probably a similar situation in her school as well. Anvi's class always wishes that they had a free period.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much, Pia, and thank you once again to our dear audience. Judges, if you are done with evaluation, we can now move to Naira, participant number 11. She brings in the rear bit of all the performances. Last but definitely not the least, we have Naira. Naira, are you ready?
Yes, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes, you are, Naira.
All right, ma'am.
Okay. Naira, I'd just like to introduce you just a moment. So coming up next, we have Naira from grade 7 with her poem titled Synthetic Sentience, which talks about how AI has taken over so many aspects of our life. Over to you, Naira. Are you ready?
Thank you, ma'am.
All right. All the
Good afternoon, judges, ladies and gentlemen. I am Naira Harjai from grade 7, and today I will recite a self-composed poem titled Synthetic Sentience. Oh, what a modern day wonder AI-driven life could be. It was all going on well, but then came ChatGPT. To start with, it was meant for things both big and small, from evaporation to distillation to the dam with the waterfall. It helped me find the answers. Who came first, Lodi or Babur? And drafted me an essay about the famous Pearl Harbor. It helped me solve equations and gave me subtle hints and drafted sample papers from the merry blueprints. I achieved some extra grades. Teachers said my achievements were a masterpiece. While mine was stamped original, the others read no chat GPT, please. I stood tall amidst the circus, but nothing worried me as much. When something so bizarre had happened, I realized we had been trapped in AI's clutch. A friend's grandfather had passed, and to comfort her in that moment fleeting, I tried to lend an ear to hear how her heart was beating. She told me she was coping, and I needn't worry as much. I assumed she spoke to family. She exclaimed, "No, nothing as such." She looked at me and answered. I didn't know how to feel or be, so for comfort I ventured ahead and asked my favorite chat GPT. The thunder roared in my ears. The lightning struck my head.
I almost collapsed on the ground below to hear what she just said. Are we really going this far? Is this how future is going to be? Will our feelings and emotions be tailored by Chat GPT? Let us not forget we're humans, the greatest of God's creations. Let our hearts be the one that gave praise, condemn, or appreciation. Let us not become slaves of AI that we created. The beauty of the fertile human mind should never be carbon dated. What was meant to be a helper should be used only as much an aid, a tool, a guide, an advancement of Google search. While we continue to create technology that drives the world with a soft touch, let us remember that we are fine humans. Let's embrace the human in human touch. Thank you.
Wow, Naira, that was totally delightful. That was very, very, very thought-provoking, causing us to think on so many different lines and wondering how much of control should we give AI into our lives. Thank you so much. Dear judges, may I request you to please enter your evaluation for Naira, and in the meanwhile, we can see what the audience has to say for you. Naira, what power and poise. You spoke with passion, and this was absolutely outstanding. It's a very important message conveyed with such grace. And obviously, we need to write down our own essays. That's what Ms. Purvi says. And Amika says this was really touching. Ms. Kavya says this was really good writing, Naira, and non-AI writing, which is even better.
Thank you
Shania
so much.
says amazing. Anvi says she loved it. Dia says this is absolutely true. Beautiful poem is what Iris has to say. Thank you, dear audience, for all the love that you have shown for Naira. Thank you so much, Naira. Thank you. So, dear audience, with Naira's performance, we come to the end of all the performances for this finale. And now we're going to take a short break. We'll take a 5-minute break, after which we are going to gather for the award ceremony and the closing. But before that, it's very important that we put our hands together for a huge, huge, huge round of applause for these awesome, amazing stars, superstars of today, with the kind of amazing work that they have done. So let's cheer and clap for our poets and storytellers who put their best foot forward this morning for us. Thank you so much, all of you. And what we're going to do is we are going to take a 5-minute break, and we hope that today morning has shown you what talent there is amongst our group of performers. And we hope that they continue to weave their magic with the beautiful words that they have brought alive through their performances. Thank you very much. Dear judges, we request you to take the next 5 minutes to put together your scores, and we will come back in 5 minutes for the award ceremony. All right, dear audience, if we could quickly come back, everyone. Thank you so much. We'd like to say thank you, and we'd like to say that we appreciate your patience. We appreciate the fact that all of you have been with us patiently from the beginning, right up to this point when we know that the judges are literally struggling because it's been a power-packed morning where every single child has really stood out with their performances. And we, audience, if we could quickly come back, please switch on your cameras so we know that y'all are all here. And we'd love to see all your bright smiling faces. Okay, so while we are waiting for our judges and the GetLitt team to kind of, collate, and they're mulling over the judges' scores and all of that, they're literally doing the toughest job today, determining our top performers. We'd also like to have a quick chat with our judges if they are ready to talk to us, maybe. Miss Devaki and Miss Aparna.
Yes, Munira, I'm here.
Hi, Miss Devaki. How has it been for you this morning, being a part of GetLitt Spoken Poetry and Story Fest? What has the experience been like for both of you? We'd love to hear from you.
I was just blown away by some of the performances. Very, very talented kids. And well, actually, the written pieces, all of them uniformly were amazing. Amazing. Performances here and there, somewhere better than the others, but written pieces were beautiful.
That's amazing. Thank you so much. Miss Aparna, what was your experience like being this morning?
To be honest, it's been exhausting. No, see, because there was so much, as Devaki said, the written word was mind-blowing. And sometimes I felt like saying, and I know there's a positive, but just hold on, that line is brilliant. I want to hear that again. It's written so well. And it's very clear they are original pieces because the children felt it. It was not Ratta Maro and it comes out like that. So, and that shows, and as a performer, that clearly shows when you feel the line. So, to that extent, I mean, kudos all of the 22 children today, 21 children today. Each one of them felt every single word that they spoke. So for me, that was absolutely mind blowing. The rest, I'm also, gave me a great insight into what children are thinking today. Whether it was something as simple as baking a cake or as profound as what grief is, the whole spectrum of it had everything. Had the beauty is that something very deep had a tinge of humor, and something that was humorous had a tinge of philosophy. And this from school children. I mean, like Chinnumunus, what we very, very grandiosely call Chinnumunus, have given such, I mean, what depth of thought, which also shows that this is not the first writing. That shows that they have written and refined and rethought and gone back to the paper. And that is what defines a true performer. Are you able to face what you have created and develop? Because you will have to throw some idea. Something that you thought brilliant today might not be all that great. And something requires fleshing, which means there is an internal churn that goes on in any art form. To be able to put in the hard work, and I'm sure, I mean, obviously the GetLitt team has been nudging them beautifully, but I'm still going to go back to the children because it's not easy being nudged. It has shown that every single child has come out of their comfort zone, and I'm amazed by that. And that is why I found it exhausting, because what am I looking at? Because I'm glad that you have a YouTube this thing, because now I want to close this course and watch the whole thing again without having to wonder which word is where. Like, yes, my child, correct.
That is so heartening to hear, Miss Aparna. It's really heartening to hear that this is what your experiences was like. And honestly, we don't call them superstars for no ordinary reason, because they truly are our superstars. Quickly, okay, in lieu of the fact that we're running a little, over time, and I appreciate the parents and our, young stars patiently waiting. One question, if there was just one piece of advice. Sorry, ma'am, you want to say something?
Yeah, I want to add one more thing.
Please go ahead.
I just love the clockwork precision of today, man. Really. In and out and in and out, parents, children, organizers, everybody is ready. There is, I mean, it was really clockwork. One rarely gets to see this even in a physical event, and an online event. No, yes, ma'am, no connection, no, this thing keeps brilliant. I mean, like, I mean,
thank you.
yeah,
Thank you
kudos to the organizers.
Thank you. And this really goes out to the parents and the children who make sure that everything is on point and they're ready, and they know their order of performance. So I mean, they're like at the top of their game. So really, we want to give credit to our performers and their teachers or their family who supported them. So one quick question for both of you: if you all could give our young performers one singular tip, what would you tell them? Just one little piece of advice that you'd like to give them after watching them kind of really shine today. Just one thing. Anything that comes to your mind. Because they're listening to you very intently.
I would say go with the flow when you're performing. All sticking to the script, sticking to the word is there for rehearsals. When you're performing on stage, go with the flow. Because it is you, it is your word. We don't know what you've written. So just go with the flow. You forget a prop, move on. We don't know you have a prop. You forget a word, use something else, because we don't know what you've written. None of us, I don't, I'm sure, I mean, I'm the first time I'm meeting Devaki, but I'm still going to go on a limb and say, we're so mesmerized by your presence, we didn't look at the script. It didn't matter. You're so good. So that would be my thing. Bindas, go ahead and do it. It's so good.
So sweet. Thank you so much, Ms. Aparna. Thank you. Yes, Ms. Devaki, what would you like to tell our young stars today?
Yeah, one small tip, I will focus on the delivery again, is that a lot of times we are so busy emoting and trying to get the expression right. Somewhere the clarity of words is being sacrificed. So some of the poems were so beautiful, and I was reading also, so I could see that it's beautiful. And the expression was, again, I had a couple of points for that. I felt about that. So, can you hear me? Yeah.
Yes, we
So
can
all
now.
I'm saying is focus on the clarity first. That's like a hygiene, very basic thing, and then everything else will come later.
All right. Thank you so much, Ms. Devaki. So, superstars, you've just heard what our panel of judges have to say. You have floored them completely. So, you can all heave a sigh of relief. pat your backs and congratulate yourselves on an awesome, awesome job done. Thank you so much once again, Ms. Devaki and Ms. Aparna, for really taking the time out to be with us today. And now it's time for us to take a group picture. So quickly, we'd like for everybody to switch on their cameras and show us your beautiful smiling faces. And we'd love to take a picture, everyone, before we start with our closing award ceremony and the closing. Okay, awesome. All right. So we at GetLitt are ruled by the power of poetry and stories. And so today, when we take our pictures, we are not going to say cheese. We are either going to say stories or we are going to say poetry. And that's when we can see everybody's teeth. Okay, are we ready? So it's either going to be stories or poetries. Okay, so on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, stories.
Stories.
Okay, can we get one more picture, please, with everyone? 1, 2, 3.
Stories and poetry. Stories and poetry.
Thank you so much, everyone. That was absolutely brilliant. Thank you very much. And now it's time to move on to the finale part, the award ceremony. And for that, I'd like to invite Ms. Sashi, please, over to you. Thank you very much for being such an amazing audience today.
Thank you so much, Munira. It was amazing watching all of you today and so incredibly proud of all of you. And with that, we want to just thank all of you for performing today. Give yourselves a pat on the back. All of you are champs today, regardless of who the winners are. We would also like to thank all the parents, friends, family, teachers, and educators for encouraging these children to be a part of such an event and to support them in doing that. Moving ahead. So here's what everyone is waiting for. Before we announce, just a quick announcement for all the finalists. You will be receiving medals and certificates, and the finalists will receive special trophies as well. And all of this will be sent straight to your respective schools. We will begin the award ceremony with 4 categories of awards that highlight the key aspects that stood out in each of your performances. Our first category of awards is Master of Expression. The top Masters of Expression is awarded to those finalists whose enthralling, expressive performances made us watch spellbound. And the Masters of Expression for today are Ayan Mehta from grade 6, Iris Matthew from grade 4, Parnika Bajpai from grade 5, Inaya Sheikh from grade 4, Rayan Jehan Irani from grade 4. Wonderful today and very expressive, so kudos to you. We're going to move ahead to the next category, which is for
Thank you.
You're welcome. The spellbinding storytellers who took us on a magical journey with their tales. And for this category, the participants that have been nominated are the spellbinding storytellers were Zain Pokarwala from grade 4, Anamika Omkar from grade 5, Subhi Tyagi from grade 5, Saraf from grade 5, Bia Kaur Suri from grade 8, and Janisha Nunia from grade 6. A huge round of applause for them.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome. Well done, all of you.
Thank you, miss.
And with that, we move ahead to the next category of medals. The most articulate aces for today. The Ace Articulator title is awarded to a finalist who captivated us with their articulate spoken performances. And for this category, we have Amira Tambawala from grade 4, Andi Mehra from grade 5, Tarishi Vijilani from grade 4, Kaira Sangvi from grade 6, and Vidushi Srivastava from grade 7. A huge round of applause for them. Well done, all of you.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Thank
Well
you
done.
so much.
Moving ahead to the next category. We had some amazing powerhouse poets who wowed us with their voices for today. And for this category, we have the most powerful poets of today were Riya Krishnan from grade 5, Naira Harjai from grade 7, Shania Goel from grade 8, Swara Vijay from grade 6, and Vani Vikram Singh from grade 8. A huge round of applause for them.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Well done, all of you. And with that, we are ready to announce who our finalists are. We will now proceed to the Standout Performance Awards for today, and we will begin with Category 3, that is for grades 4 and 5. We shall begin with the third place. The third place winner of the 5th edition of the GetLitt Children's Spoken Poetry and Story Fest 2025 to 26 for Category 3 is, ladies and gentlemen, a huge round of applause for Tarishi Vijlani from grade 4, Chhatrabhuj Nasi School, Kandivali. Hearty congratulations.
Thank you.
Well done, Tarishi. You can see her
Thank
lovely.
you, miss, very much. Very much.
So nice to see your enthusiasm. Well done today, Tarishi. Okay, and with that, we are going to see who is the second place winner for the 5th edition of the GetLitt Spoken Fest. Audience, a big round of applause for Anamika Omkar, grade 5, Budding Minds International School, Chennai. Hearty congratulations to you, Anamika.
Thank you.
Well done. And finally, we have the standout performer who takes first place in the 5th edition of the GetLitt Spoken Poetry and Story Fest 2025-2026. There's a bit of a surprise with this one because we have not one but 2 participants in first place. Amazing work done. Let's hear it for Iris Matthew, grade 4, Chhatrabhuj Narsi School, Kandivali, and Zain Pocketwala, grade 4, Fazlani Academy, Global, Mumbai.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you, miss. Thank you, everybody.
Congratulations to both of you. Very well deserved. Amazing work today.
Ma'am, I'm extremely excited.
Extremely excited? Yes, you should be. Thank you so much, Iris and Zain.
Thank you, miss, for your confidence in me.
Thank you, Zain. Okay, and with that, we are going to announce the top 3 positions for category 4, that is for grades 6, 7, and 8. We shall begin with the third place. The third place winner of this 5th edition of the GetLitt Spoken Fest is Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for Vani Vikram Singh from
Thank
grade
you, ma'am.
8, Adani Gem School of Excellence, Lucknow. Congratulations to you, Vani.
Thank you, ma'am.
A beautiful poem, and I hope you keep writing a lot more because you definitely are talented. Thank you, Vani. With that, we're going to announce the second place winner of the 5th edition of the GetLitt Spoken Fest. Audience, a big round of applause for Naira Harjai, grade 7 from Yadavindra Public School, Mohali. Hearty congratulations, Naira. It's a very relevant theme that you had picked for today's piece and well deserved.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Welcome. And with that, we have the standout performer who takes the first place in the 5th edition of the GetLitt Spoken Poetry and Story Fest for Children 2025 to 26. Amazing work done. Let's hear it for Kaira Sangvi from grade 6, Hill Spring International School, Mumbai. Hearty congratulations to you.
Thank you so much.
It was amazing to see how you played so many different characters and brought an entire movie as well as a historic event alive. Amazing job, Kaira.
Thank you so much.
Well done. And with that, we come to the end of our event. But before we wrap up, we would love to hear from the audience. If we could hear from some parents or participants about their experience, it would be lovely.
Parents, please unmute yourself, raise your hands, use the chat box. We'd love to hear what your experience was like.
You can play on. You can play on it.
If you could please raise your hands, if you want to use the chat box to share your experience, share what it was like for you to be with us today. We had a wonderful time. And there is no doubt that every single child here is a superstar in their own rights. They were brilliant.
Ma'am, will they get any certificate? The ACE articulators, will they
Yes,
get any certificate?
all our finalists will be receiving finalist certificates and finalist medals, which will be sent to their schools.
Okay, that would be sent to the schools. Okay.
Yes.
Fine.
We'd love to hear from parents, mentors, teachers who've taken the time to join us. Please tell us what it was like for your child to be a part of today's event. Share your experiences. We'd love to hear from you.
It was great to witness, ma'am, especially seeing children from all over India participating. So I think it was a wonderful experience for me and for my child. And it was a great exposure because generally what happens, children write poems and stories, it just gets printed in the school magazines. But getting a national platform like this was wonderful. So thanks to you, the CEO, and the entire team for conducting it so seamlessly. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you. Participants, you will be receiving mails from us shortly, which will also list down the next steps. And congratulations once again to all of you, and absolutely brilliant work out there by each and every one of you.
Ms. Manita, I think we have Parnika and Anamika's parent who have their...
Yes, please. We'd love to hear from you.
First of all, thank you so much for giving us such exposure. And actually, in the Best Expressions Award, my grade was written as grade 5. However, it is actually grade 7.
Okay. Thank you for highlighting that, Parnika. We will edit that, definitely.
Sure. Thank you so much.
Well done today.
Miss, also in the awards, you kept me as grade 4, but I'm from grade 5.
Okay, we will check on that as well.
Miss, same with me. I was grade 5, I'm grade 6 for express, master of express. No, a storyteller.
Sorry, Sarah, what did you say?
Miss, for storytelling, I had got I had got an award for that, the medal, but my grade was 5, I'm in grade 6. So that's
Okay,
it.
perfect. So what we're going to do, contestants, before we send across the certificates and the medals, we'll be rechecking your grade. You all will also be receiving one Google form, okay, tomorrow in your inboxes, in which we'll be asking for all your details and your school details as well, because the awards, the certificates, and whatever is going to be sent is going to be sent to your school. So you'll be sending us your exact school address. So it becomes easier for us to deliver it there. Right? So in the same Google form, you can add up all your details as well. Yeah. Does that sound good?
I think we have Anamika's parent who's had her hand raised. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, hi, thank you. So amazing performance by all the participants today. Truly blown away by the amount of creativity and talent I think that we witnessed here, and I'm sure all of you would agree to that. Congratulations to all the winners, and congratulations to everybody. Even if you didn't win, you are still a winner. Coming up to this level is not easy, and you should be all so proud of yourselves to come out like this. And a great thank you to GetLitt team for organizing something like this for children. I think it's a wonderful platform to kids to express their creativity and showcase their talent. And truly, I agree with Judge Aparna, who said earlier that you did it so, you organized it and you put it all well together. And I think it's not just today. I think you have been like communicating with us parents till today since the time you have been announcing. So I think all of that coordination we can see. So thank you so much for all of that, and congratulations once again to all the kids and all the participants. And I'm sure all the parents are proud here. So keep reading and keep creating and enjoy. Take care. Thank you.
Thank you for the kind words. So lovely to hear from the parents. And I'm sure you're all feeling very proud after watching all the young performers today. And with that, we come to the end of the finale. If any of the participants have any queries, they can stay back and quickly ask us.
Ma'am, by when would the certificates arrive in school?
Okay, so the idea right now is that we'll be floating a Google form where you'll be sending us the details. Hopefully by next week, we'll be able to send across all the awards. So expected by we'll be communicating with you and letting you know exactly, like, okay, this is when it has been dispatched, and then you can start, checking with the school.
Okay, but it will arrive in school only.
Yes, it'll arrive at the school. Your children have been in a lovely competition, and we would love the schools to know as well.
Ma'am, could children get a personal feedback, like where were they lacking? Or what were their solid points?
Yes, probably Ms. Kavya can help us with that.
Ma'am, you could write to us on our email and then we'll get back to you. Maybe it'll take a little time, but we'll definitely write back to you.
Okay, sure. Thank you, ma'am.
Naira, you have a question for us?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, could you please show the could you please show the results slide once again so that we can share it with our teachers?
Could you send that on the WhatsApp, this thing that we have, and we could send it to you there?
All
We'll
right.
send it, and it'll be shared on our social handles as well, so you can use that as well to share it ahead. Okay. And if you guys have any other questions, please don't hesitate. Reach out to us on our email, reach out to us on our WhatsApp number. You all have our WhatsApp numbers, which we have been communicating with you. Please reach out on that for any kind of queries, and we'll be able to help you. Any kind of queries regarding your grades, your schools, and all that, you will be able to fill it up on your form, and the form will be taken as the final this thing in which we will take your details for your name, schools, and grades. Okay. I hope all of you had like a wonderful, wonderful morning. All like, I mean, rightly mentioned by all the judges, participants, and the judges and the parents. Okay. All of you took the stage today. So you should all be proud of yourself. Okay. And we wish you all the very best. Munira ma'am, Shashi ma'am, are we good to go?
Thank you so much once again and wishing you all the very, very best.
Ma'am, was the performance recorded?
Yes, ma'am,
Was-
and you'll be able to see the live stream as well. So the live stream link that should be, that should have this thing as well. You could write to us, and we'll again share the link maybe with you.
Okay, fine, ma'am.
All the performances were.
Thank
Okay.
you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.
See you and have a wonderful, wonderful Sunday.
Bye,
Bye.
ma'am.
Bye-bye. Keep
Everyone.
writing, keep performing, kiddos.
And we hope to see you all again next year.
Bye.
Bye, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye all. See ya. Bye, Janisha. Where are the
She messaged
judges
me to
gone?
wrap it up, so I wrapped it up.
I didn't know what to do after that because they were still asking, and I'm like, how do I
I
close
was
this
like,
now?
get
I
out.
stopped presenting, so I was like, what to do?
Like, get out. That's all. Where did Richa go? Did the breakout room work or not? She's there in the breakout
Yeah,
room.
they're in
I
the
think
breakout room, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I
I
can
wasn't
see 3
sure.
people in the breakout room.
Okay.
3 of them are in the breakout room right now.
wait, Kavya, can you stop the
Huh.
YouTube live streaming?
Oh, yeah.